Hello everyone, today I have my September book haul. When I get stressed, I buy books. This month, I got quite stressed, and therefore a lot of books have found their way onto my shelves. Books that I did not necessarily need to buy, that I could have waited till they came into the library. One of the books, in fact, a lot of the books I actually saw at the library and decided that instead I would buy them. And so this has happened. Luckily, they were a lot cheaper than they should have been, because I don't think my wage could have coped with a lot more of these books. A writer friend of mine came to the writers group and decided that she was going to hold a reading. Her father died and he left her a lot of manuscript, 1,000,000 words, which make up a trilogy. And the writer's name is Marion Aythorn, and the first book in that trilogy she read part of, and it's called Wizard's Woe. Wizard's Woe follows a young woman in the south of England when she goes to visit an aunt and she dreams about a missing journalist and that he is now living in the forest as an elfin wizard. The part I heard was about this character, and the style and the writing and the humour reminded me a lot of Terry Pratchett with Truckers, Diggers and Wings. The other two books are Merlin's Heir and Arthur's Ark. So Marion was asked who the book was aimed towards, and she said she has pasted a warning into the front of Wizard's Woe. This tale is no milk for wondering babes, but rather meat for men and women in whom the golden thread of immortal wisdom has not been entirely severed by the sordid shears of life's sophistication. And her father wrote that warning, and it's now in the first book. A few years ago I read this writer's first book, Snake Ropes, and her name is Jess Richards, and her second book is Cooking with Bones. I wasn't going to buy it, then I decided that it was finally time because I enjoyed that first book and I keep thinking a lot about it. Jess Richards, the first book she wrote was quite lyrical, and I'm hoping this is the same. And anyway, it follows two sisters. One of them is able to make people feel things by cooking them stuff with these bone spoons, and the other sister is a mirror of want, a form wanderer who, when people look at her, see what they want to see. And like it says here, and she changes for each pair of eyes. And I'm hoping it's as lyrical. I'm hoping it has an ending, because the first book I didn't like the ending. Then I bought a portable shelter by Kirsty Logan because I've been hearing a lot about it on YouTube, and it seems to have fairy tale characters in domestic situations. A book I've been hearing a lot about and I've been thinking about buying for a while is The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan as well, which some people have called it dystopian, some people are saying it's magical realism. I don't know. I know about The Girl, the Bear, the Circus, and I like magical things, and it seems like it's going to have that in it, and it's thin. It's thinner than all the other books I've been reading, and I might read it this month, but I have been questioning whether to save it for December. Next, because everybody has been reading this book, I saw it at the charity shop and bought it, and that is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. All I know is Call Me Ishmael, and the only reason I know that is because of Matilda. It's about a whale. I hope I enjoy it because I own it now. The Book People released the entire shortlist of The Man Booker in hardback for £30, so I decided to buy it. So I now have another copy of A Brief History of Seven Killings by Marlon James. I've been reading reviews of A Spool of Blue Thread by Anne Tyler, and it seems to follow an older character and going back through the generation. I think that older characters need to be represented more in fiction rather than... I mean, I can't say it myself because my older characters are written in a humorous light. I have this problem that when people write about older people in fiction, they seem to feel and write like old people have nothing left. And I'm hoping that this does that differently, because people do have lives. I've never heard about it. And it's A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I don't know whether I said that properly. People have said that it's like Donna Tartt in the writing, and I think that's just because it's set in New York with university alumni, and there is apparently really dark, disturbing, twisted stuff in here that details the abuse of one of the protagonists, who then becomes the main protagonist, apparently. And I don't know whether it's a book you enjoy or whether it's a book you just feel is good. I'm not sure how this is going to be. The Fisherman by Chigozie Obiyama. It seems like it'll have the lyricism of African writers that I really enjoy, and I don't think any other culture does as well, and that I can't figure out what I want to say because I'm really enthusing about a book I know nothing about, but I really want to read. That makes no sense, but that's what I want to do. And yeah, it's going back on the shelf now, and I am going to read it soon. I keep thinking about actually stopping reading The Luminaries just to read that book. Satin Island by Tom McCarthy. And finally, the last book of the book-along list is Sanjeev Sahot's The Year of the Runaways. My washing's in the washing machine. I need to go and wash some plots? No, I don't. I need to go and wash some pots. And if I don't get a cup of tea soon, then the world might end. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, that is all.